Hi, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Santana. Welcome to DeFi Days. On this channel, we cover all things DeFi, anything from Bitcoin to discovering what an NFT is.
Yeah, we also have a Discord if you want to talk to us with any comments or questions, as well as reach out to other people in the DeFi space. We'll have a link in the description for that.
Definitely. Now, we're also hosting a crypto giveaway. One of our first 50 subscribers will be given $50 into crypto of their choice. And all you got to do is like and subscribe.
Yep, super easy.
Yeah.
Once we have 50 subscribers, we'll be picking that person and we'll let you guys know.
Yep. On today's episode, we're going over some news for the week. Both of us have a couple of topics we'd like to touch on. Tyler, how about you start us off?
Yeah, sure. So to get things started, there's a company called Gala Games, and they just announced that they have a $100 million fund that they're using to invest in metaverse and play-to-earn games.
Nice. Are they like so they're a game company?
Yeah, so it's a game company.
Nice.
I believe the company is called C2 Venture.
Nice.
But Gala Games is the game development of the company. But yeah, they've come up with a fund that's going to be looking to do play-to-earn. It's going to be awesome.
That's super sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Another thing that we've been talking about is Bitcoin. 90% of the coins have been mined already, which is kind of weird. I didn't realize that, but it says that the rest of the 10% won't be mined until 2140.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, there's 21 million that will ever be in circulation. So to think that we're like 90% of the way there, that's amazing.
Well, it's crazy just to think that when Bitcoin started in 2012, right? Till now, in about 9 years, we've mined 90%. But it's going to take another 100 years. Over 2140.
2140?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So it's going to take over another 100 years for the next 10% of the Bitcoin. So it gets
Talk about halving.
Yeah, it gets exponentially harder.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
I bet there's a lot of transactions happening. That's insane. That's incredible.
But that also speaks to the... that it could be less volatile in the future.
Sure.
With a lot less coins being mined, it comes down to just adoption now and what the people are willing to pay for the coin less than, or that's more important and has more weight than how many coins are being produced.
For sure.
Because if less coins are being produced, it's more on what's happening in the market.
Yeah. I think about it all the time. There's 7 billion something people in the world. There's only 21 billion or 21 million Bitcoin.
7 billion people, 21 million Bitcoin.
You choose.
Yeah. Once Bitcoin's adopted by everybody, it's going to be very scarce.
Definitely.
Yeah. Austin, do you want to touch on a couple different topics we've got?
Definitely. So if you guys haven't heard yet, MicroStrategy, which is a phone software cloud computing company, just purchased around $84 million in Bitcoin, which is huge. You see these big companies starting to really take notice of Bitcoin and really put their money where their mouth is. And we love to see that. I feel like that's a step towards mass adoption. And the more companies that come forward and do that, the more likely we see Bitcoin actually do what it's designed to do and really kind of like implement itself in our financial systems. And
this is just another domino.
Yeah,
honestly. It's just
another
like
domino.
Dominoes falling, all it takes is just once we get past that tipping point, it'll be mass adoption.
And I think on these news episodes, you're going to hear a lot about new companies like that coming forward and really dipping their fingers into Bitcoin, because that's dipping their toes. I know that's wrong, but you'll see a lot more of that come to fruition, and that's awesome for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be covering a lot of the different companies and different big names that get invested in Bitcoin, because I think that's one of the biggest things, just spreading awareness. Once somebody sees that a company that they know and trust invests in Bitcoin, they're so much more likely to go out there and invest in it, or at least learn about it. If you heard, if you went out there and heard tomorrow that Walmart was investing in Bitcoin, you'd be a lot more likely to go, okay, what is this Bitcoin? I want to hear about it. It gives it some more credibility.
It's funny you say that, you talk about Walmart, because they've started putting Bitcoin ATMs throughout all of their locations in the U.S. And I think that was quiet. I feel like they did that quietly, but I
didn't even hear about that.
For a few months now, they've started to hold Bitcoin on their record sheets and so on their balance sheets. So that's another company that's kind of come forth and really just silently,
one of the biggest names in the retail business, Walmart, is getting into Bitcoin. So
next, I wanted to talk about someone that you may be familiar with, Charlie Munger, which is he's an American billionaire. Investor, ex-real estate attorney, he's now the vice chairman for Berkshire Hathaway, which is one of the biggest hedge funds in America.
If you've ever heard of Warren Buffett, they're investing partners.
That's his right hand man.
Mm-hmm.
He, which is no surprise, was just quoted saying that he hated Bitcoin and the idea of it. And I think it's really interesting. You see a lot of these these guys that come from real institutional money, like you put it. Of course, they're not going to see Bitcoin as the safest investment or even something that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
He went as far to say that he admired what China did and what the Chinese have done with crypto by just banning it altogether.
Yeah, which I don't support.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. Of course, on something this polarizing, you're going to have viewpoints on opposite sides, and it's really it's interesting to see who's going to take what side. And for for investors such as ourselves and people that are really coming up, we look to a lot of these guys like Warren Buffett and this
Charlie
guy,
Munger,
Charlie Munger, as kind of like gurus in the investment.
Well, you have to realize he's 97, so the investment world that he came up in is a lot different than the investment world that we're in now.
Exactly.
He's also controlling a lot of other people's money, and he is one of the definitions of institutional money, like you said. So for him to back Bitcoin would be a huge step. We're not there yet. That's a little bit down the road. So I'm not surprised that he has those kind of views on it. Like I said, he's controlling other people's money, and he's 97, so his investments need to be more safe and speculative. He's not going to be here in 10 years, probably. I mean, sadly, just the reality of it. So he can't really look at a technology that's going to be blowing up in the next couple of generations. That's just not in his time horizon. So he needs to be more safe and secure. So I totally understand why he has that opinion.
Definitely. And like you said, once we start seeing those types, you said they were the last to move, those types of people, and I think that's really good, because once you see those guys moving, it's almost like, yeah, it's too late. You know what I mean? We're still
those are some of the big dominoes at the end.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, with that out of the way, I also want to talk about Visa. Now, Visa just launched a crypto consulting services that's going to allow its users that are involved in crypto to kind of like give them a consultant and someone to kind of like talk about what they're doing with their portfolio and stuff. And that is incredible, because you see a bank, someone like the very
huge. Biggest, banking institution.
The very thing that Bitcoin looks to kind of eliminate, really try to slip through the cracks and try to become useful in that sense. And like we've talked about this whole episode, if you're seeing these institutions and big companies start to really take notice of Bitcoin, then you can really gauge of what its importance is in our future and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So yeah, with Visa now, they've already entered the crypto world with their crypto debit cards that allow you to basically load crypto on there and then purchase with certain things. I think right now they're working with Bitcoin and Ethereum specifically, but Ether specifically, but who knows where it goes from there.
That's awesome. Like you said, Visa, it's just one of the biggest names, so having them supporting crypto in any way, it's really good for the space.
Yeah, seriously, I think we'll see tons more in the next coming months for sure. So stay tuned. We'll have a lot more news to come for you, or news to share with you each week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think that about wraps everything up today.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. We do have a Discord. We'll have it linked in the bottom. Go ahead, jump in there. We're having conversations daily. We're trying to get people active, build a community.
Engaged in the crypto community.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, we also have the cryptocurrency giveaway. Don't forget, like and subscribe to this video, and you'll be put in to win $50 in a cryptocurrency of your choice.
Yep, the first 50, so get there before it's too late.
Right, yeah.
Have a good day.
Thank you.